Hi, I'm Caitlin and welcome to my channel CaitMakes, where I make things. Primarily my dream Pinterest wardrobe come to life. Today I'm going to show you everything that I made in my first year of sewing. So tons of beginner-friendly patterns, lots of easy makes if you're a more experienced sewist, but mainly I just want to inspire you and to encourage you that if you're thinking about sewing or if you're just starting to sew, all of these are super doable. I did them, I had no experience, I've only been sewing a year. A lot of my favorite things are the ones that I made right at the beginning, so yeah, you can totally do it. These are all super accomplishable. If you're already a sewist, then I hope these inspire you for things that you can make for this summer especially. I have tons of spring and summer makes. That's primarily when I have sewn because I love spring and summer dresses and yeah, just more warm weather items. So hope you enjoy seeing everything that I made in my first year of sewing, and yeah, let's get started. Since I already have it on, is the Dream Frock pattern by Lydia Naomi. Love this pattern, super beginner friendly. I just remade it in a yellow linen, which I love and I'm super excited to wear. And yeah, this one I made in a patterned cotton. Hopefully you can kind of see it's a little bit of a floral, subtle pattern. I added the slit, but everything else was totally by the book, exactly what the pattern called for. I followed her instructions on her YouTube tutorial, step by step. I rewatched that video a million times because this was one of the first things that I made, and I was very nervous and not sure what to do. So if you have no idea what you're doing, you can do this pattern. I didn't know what I was doing, and it turned out great. I still absolutely love it. I wear this for absolutely everything. I think it's super comfortable for around the house. I wear it on dog walks sometimes, although I do wish I had made the slit a little bit lower. There are two big mistakes on this that you know, I plan on fixing eventually. As of right now, I wear this casually. I wear it all the time. No one else is really going to notice, but now that I know better, I want to fix them. So I did not know that you weren't supposed to attach the lining to the dress. I should have known that based on, you know, owning other dresses, but I attached it at the bottom, and so the hem is very wonky. I need to unattach those and then like rehem them. And then the other big thing is that I also didn't know to pre-shrink my fabric, and especially because this is 100% cotton, it shrank a bunch. So everything shrank. This waist was already a little short on me, now it's extra short on me. And this slit was already pretty high, and now it's super high. I absolutely love this dress. Definitely recommend it to anyone, any level. I feel like I will continue making it in years to come in new fabrics and new styles, especially as my skills progress. So yeah, definitely recommend. Now let's move on to the next one. You may recognize this one or you may not. I made a YouTube video on how I made this one as well. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. But this is my latest adaptation of Lydia Naomi's Dream Frock pattern. As you can see, I made quite a few changes from the first time that I made it. Really love how it turned out. I love this color. I love the gold linen fabric. As I said with the last one, I absolutely recommend this pattern, and if you want to tweak it, if you want to hack it, there are a million different things that you can do to use that pattern and also, you know, have different variations of the same dress basically. So that is this one. Moving on. Now we are to a very special dress. This is the first dress that I ever made, and dress is used loosely as I actually made it into a two-piece, just a little. And yeah, I am so proud of this one. This really was the encouragement that I needed to let me know that I could create a dress, that it could come out great, and that it could be super cost effective. So this material is actually something that I found at Goodwill. It was a curtain of some kind. I bought like a couple curtains, I think for like $4 or something, and it was just this really beautiful material. And I was going to one of my great friends' weddings, and she had sent an invitation that said, if you could dress in my colors, that would be great. And she had this beautiful teal color in there, and so I just felt like it was meant to be, and decided to give this a try. This pattern is called Isila, I believe. It's Isila, and it's by Pattern Co's, which is a company that I found on Etsy. Some of the instructions were in Spanish, but they had subtitles for all of their videos, and so I did it that way, and it worked great. This pattern is one of my most used. I'll show you next all the other ways that I have created this same pattern. I really love it. It's just a very classic shape, really straightforward and easy. It has the, you know, half circle or some sort of circle skirt on the bottom, the beautiful ruffle that just gives it this extra detail, and also like a bit of a modern touch, I think. And yeah, the pattern itself is meant to be made as one piece. I decided to separate it because you'll see it's a trend with me. I just can't help myself. I like to be able to have the option to wear things separately. I think that with a classic pattern like this, it does just make it look a bit more modern. Tweaks that I made were mainly that I added a little bit of extra fabric at the bottom, and there are some different sleeve options with this. The straps I just kind of made up. I decided that I just kind of wanted a clean, really far sitting strap, so I did that. This pattern is super easy to hack because I think it's such classic shapes. I think there's just a lot of things that you can do with it, especially with the top, so definitely recommend. As I said, this was the first dress that I ever made, so if you're looking for a beginner project, you can do this one. I did it and it turned out great. And yeah, moving on to the next one. Okay, so this is the exact same pattern as the last one, but a very different look, as you can see. I fell in love with bias tape trim, and I still just love it. I think it adds such a fun look. And I did make this before the Barbie movie came out, but now that all the trailers are coming out and people are starting to do Barbie makes, I feel like I'm going to start getting that when I wear this. It's definitely on the Barbie theme. She wears a lot of pink checks, so we'll see how that goes. But I have gotten a ton of wear out of this, both together and separately. I love to pair this top with some jeans, and the skirt I love to pair with just like a black top when I want to wear it just casually. And yeah, some edits that I made to this one was I decided to go with some tie straps instead. I didn't do the interfacing on the top or on the waistline. And then I also did a lace-up back. In hindsight, I think I should have still interfaced the back two panels just to keep it from scrunching like this, but it doesn't bother me. I still wear it a lot like this. And yeah, super happy with this make. Love this one. And yeah, on to the next. Next up is the same skirt, but again with a very different look. I did an upcycle on this again. The red fabric was made from two different red tablecloths that I found at Goodwill, again for just a couple dollars each. It's actually not exactly the same red because the skirt is primarily one and the top was primarily another one, but it's so minute. It really, I mean, I really can't even tell. I just know that they were two different ones. And then the bottom, I did buy this 100% cotton hot pink fabric from Michaels. And yeah, I love this dress. I wore this in Italy. I pop in some clips if I can. But I wore this in Italy and I absolutely love it. It just will always hold wonderful memories for me, and it's just so much fun. I was in love with the red and pink combo. I felt like it was getting more popular the last couple years, and I've just been wanting something like that but haven't really found anything, and decided to make it for myself, and I love it. So anyway, this skirt is the same pattern as this, the circle skirt, and again I did, you know, a different length for the ruffle part, and then the top is a new pattern. This is the Vicky So's Georgie blouse, and this is so cute and so fun. It fits like a glove. absolutely love the fit on this. The sleeves are so fun. I feel like I need to use these sleeves on some other patterns. And the back, so cute with the tie and everything. So yeah, love it. I will say this is more of a medium intermediate skill. This was a few makes in, and it did take me a little while. It's not difficult, but yeah, it just does require a little bit more care and time, and especially a lot more things that need like finishing off well inside. But yeah, love this make. This is so fun, and I wear both of these separate as well. I've paired this with like white tops this summer and like my white sneaks, and the top I've worn with jeans and red heels or with white sneakers. And yeah, I love the two-piece sets because it's such a statement when you wear them together, but then you also can mix and match them with a bunch of different things, and you just get a ton of wear out of all of your hours of work and you know, care and time. So yeah, anyway, definitely recommend both of these. Get yourself a circle skirt because the spin and just like the flow and everything, and all of mine have been made in some sort of cotton, and they're just perfect for the summer. I absolutely love it. You just stay cool and comfy, and yeah, they're great. So on to the next. Okay, next up is this gold satin cowl neck dress. I made this one as well right before my European vacation. I wore this one in Italy. Again, hold lots of fond memories. This is the Georgia dress from Pattern Studio, another one that I found on Etsy. I love this dress. I have worn it a couple times. I will continue to wear it. I will say that it's a bit dangerous to wear at the moment. I think that perhaps the satin that I used is a little too thick and structured, so it just doesn't cowl quite how I would like it to, so it can open up a little bit too much if you're not careful with how you're standing and how you're holding yourself. And I'll say the same thing about the back. This doesn't quite lay how I would want it to. So I do want to try this pattern again. I won't heavily recommend it, and I won't not recommend it because this is wearable, and I mean, I love the gold. I love so much about it. But yeah, it is, it's definitely not one that I'm super comfortable in. I have to be very careful about how I'm standing and how I'm behaving in this dress in order for accidents to not happen. Didn't quite work, so I'm hoping that it's the fabric that's the problem. I'm definitely going to give this pattern another go. But this is it. It works. It's very pretty. Yeah, just not a go out and dance kind of dress, but yeah, next one. Okay, switching it up a little bit with a top instead of a dress. This is the Bubble Frock pattern by Lydia Naomi, and you can make this as a dress as well, but she does have the top option. And yeah, I made this out of some scrap black fabric that I had left over from a dress that I made. I think it's so cute and so fun, perfect for summer. The top part is interfaced, so there is some structure, and then the bottom is just based on the ruffle. I will say that I used a very thick fabric, and I think that's what gave it this very cute, you know, bubble look. You definitely need something with quite a bit of weight in order for it to have that fun shape. I just used bias binding as the straps, which is like my favorite thing to do. It's so easy. And I bought it in bulk on Amazon, and so I will use that stuff always. But yeah, I love this pattern. I actually made it kind of to practice for making it into a dress to see if I liked the shape on me, because I didn't really have anything with this, you know, more empire waist. And I think it's super cute and super fun, so I do plan on making it as a dress as well soon. But yeah, definitely recommend this one. So fun. Okay, next one. Okay, next up is the graduation dress pattern. This is from another seller on Etsy. I'll have them linked below. I believe her name is My Ardor. I think she just had a couple one-off patterns. I'm not sure if she'll be creating any more, but these are listed on her Etsy, and I absolutely recommend this one. It's such an easy make. It's only a panel in the front, panel in the back, and then the trim around the top. Everything about this really unique shape is just how you cut it. So Yeah, super easy to do, great if you're in a time crunch, as long as you have super stretchy fabric. This is 4-way, very forgiving fabric, and that really works with how the pattern's laid out and gives you that form-fitting shape. I tried it in a far less stretchy fabric and it didn't turn out quite as well. I had to add some panels on the side, you'll see in a second. It didn't turn out perfect, but I think it's still fun and wearable. But yeah, this one I love. It's definitely a date night dress. It's on the, you know, spicier side. It reminds me of the Sex and the City like naked dress, if you know that. I really have loved wearing it. It feels very special and unique, and yeah, hope you give it a try yourself. Okay, let's see how I did the other version. This is the other version of it. Again, I made it in a black fabric that had stretch really only one way. I kind of don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking that I loved the first one so much that I just wanted to make it out of whatever fabric I had. And yeah, surprise, surprise, it did not fit. So I had to add some panels on the side. And I think it gives it a really fun, sporty, casual touch. I've worn this with some white sneakers and like a jean jacket. And yeah, just kind of layered it up a little bit. But yeah, I think it's super fun. It's not the most well-finished thing that I have created because I had to just kind of work with what I had and save it basically when it didn't fit. But I'm glad that I kept tweaking it and kept trying to find ways to make it work, because yeah, now I wear it and it's not something that, you know, was wasted or had to be thrown away or anything. So yeah, very happy with how this oops turned into something fun that I still wear. So yeah, that's this one. Next up. Okay, so the teal dress was the first dress I ever made. This was before that. This is the first thing that I ever really made. I had an idea in my head. I had just bought my sewing machine and I thought, let's just go for it. You can definitely tell that I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't use a pattern. I just sort of winged the whole thing, and I still wear it. Even though it is not perfect by any means, I think it's super fun. The gold velvet is very me, I feel, and I really love this color on me. I need more gold in my wardrobe. I had been wanting this Anthropologie dress that had a bow on the top forever, and I decided to try to make it into a top, and it turned out you can also remove the bow and it's just kind of a cinched top, but it is a little bit more scandalous that way. I kind of feel like I might pin these together at some point so that it covers more, but it's fun to wear. I wore it in New York. The big part where you can tell that I was a beginner is the back. The closure is not okay. I need to redo the back closure, but my first makes, this was just me pinning some fabric onto my body and trying to shape it into a way that looked like a top, and it turned out all right. It's wearable, so yeah, that is this one. Okay, now we have a very fun vacation make. This is a Vogue pattern. I will link the exact one below, but it actually called for it to be a one piece. I decided, as usual, to separate it so that I could get more wear out of it. Obviously, this is a very big statement. It's very sparkly. It's a full sparkle suit. So I wanted to be able to wear this top like with jeans or something, like for a night out. Just makes it a little bit more wearable where I'm not just going to wear this, you know, 2 times in my life or something. Hopefully I wear it more than that, but she is loud. But yes, I love it. If I make this pattern again, I will not make these pants quite so wide. These are basically secret pants. They look like a skirt. They went a little overkill, I think, on the width of these. I want them to be big and flowy, but yeah, this is a little more than necessary. So I would definitely lose some of the width on these. But yeah, great for a beginner pattern. I, you know, learned pleats on this, which turned out to be super easy, and yeah, a very simple pattern to put together, and especially like even if you just wanted to try the pants or just the top, like 2 very simple pieces that I think you can make in a lot of different fabrics in a lot of different ways and have it be super wearable and great for the summer. So that is this one. Moving on. Okay, so there are a couple things that I made that I don't have with me that I made for my friend. I made for her and her twin girls. I made her a dress from the Mood Fabrics pattern, the Mal dress. It is free and it was super easy to follow. I thought the result was wonderful. I think I'll make myself that dress eventually because it would just be such a comfy, casual, and like very modest, and yeah, just like a good dress for anything. Anyway, I liked it so much that I decided to make myself a top from it. I did change the neckline slightly, which I think made it lay not quite as nice. You can see it kind of puckers a little bit when I move. With their original neckline, it didn't do that. It was a little more curved, so you know, try things. I originally was going to make this just as the regular Mal dress, which kind of comes to where this one ends. It's not quite empire, not quite your waistline. Usually attaches here and it's just a gathered skirt, but I wanted to try my hand at self-drafting a wrap skirt. This was totally just me trying things basically out of what fabric I had left. I think it works. I've worn it. I will say that, you know, the more I move around, it can kind of pucker up a little bit right here, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. I think that it's super cute together. I think that they're cute separate, and yeah, really wearable, but definitely recommend the free Mal dress pattern. Give it a try. Super easy, super fun, like everyday dress, or you can top it off like I have. So yeah, a very fun pattern with lots of options. All right, moving on. This dress. This is what I made my first YouTube video on. This is the Confetti Frock pattern by Lydia Naomi. I love this dress. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I think it's so fun to wear. The pattern itself is super easy to use. As always, her patterns are great. The top half is exactly what her pattern calls for. The bottom I had a little bit of fun with. I gave it a little bit of a medieval princess vibe just for fun. I feel like it's a very me dress. I also gave it pockets. We love pockets. So yeah, it's just so fun to wear. This fabric is wonderful. I love the color that I chose. One of the big things about getting better at sewing, I feel, is learning how to match the fabric to the pattern. It's something I'm still learning how to do, but for this one, I feel like I nailed it. The fabric for this is just absolutely perfect for this dress. It lays wonderfully, it feels wonderful. Oh, so happy. I hope that that is how all my future makes go. I feel like I'm getting better at this, but yeah, definitely a learning curve if you're a beginner, or you know, when you're a beginner, I'm sure you can relate. But yes, so that's this one. We love. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I made in my first year of sewing. I hope you're leaving this video inspired to make things no matter what your skill level is. And yeah, make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite make of mine was, or if you're going to try any of these patterns for yourself. I would love to chat with you. Like and subscribe if you want to stick around. And yeah, I will see you all soon. I hope you have a wonderful day.